Hey there, and happy Saturday. My Saturday is coming to an end. It's dark outside now, but it was a gorgeous day today. It was just incredible. The sky was blue, and it just was absolutely gorgeous outside. I didn't get to really enjoy much of it. I did go out for a little while, as I was mentioning in my last video. I did take those bags of cat food that these cats don't want to the lady that I got Poppy from, gave them to her. And while I was there, I took the little book that you get the vaccines and you get it posted in the book so that you can keep up with when you've gotten them and whatever. So I took her a book to write down the vaccine that she gave him when I got him. And fortunately, my timing couldn't have been more perfect because I no more got there until the people from Soy Dog showed up, which is that organization that goes all over Thailand spaying and neutering stray animals. And the vet was there. So she, had me talking to this vet, which spoke some English. And, because I was asking some questions about, like when is the best time to get the feline leukemia vaccination, since I'm having to still get vaccines, the regular vaccines for the kitten. So she wrote down some stuff on a piece of paper for me and also wrote in the little book with the vaccine thing in it, so that I can show my vet and, so he can see, all right, this cat's only had this vaccine, but it still needs these and blah, blah, blah. So I was really glad that I happened to go at that moment because it was just amazing that they happened to show up right at that time. So that all worked out really well. And I felt good about giving that cat food to somebody who can use it because I'm sure that out of her 48 cats that she has, there's going to be some that will eat it and appreciate it. So don't mess with that, Poppy. See, now my battery's going to go drain on my laptop now. Yeah, he's running around acting crazy. And he and Oscar are still playing and stuff. I wish they'd play a little more than they are, but like I was saying yesterday, the fact that they're even engaging with each other at all this soon into their relationship is wonderful. So I really can't complain. I think I'm just anxious, and like I had mentioned once before too, I'm somebody that has no patience. So, I don't, it's like I want things right now. So it's hard for me to have patience sometimes to, just say, okay, just give them time. They need a little time. And I think it's hard a little bit for Oscar because he's used to wrestling and rolling around and play fighting with Lightning, who is even bigger than Oscar. I mean, Lightning has just turned into this huge cat. And so they wrestle with each other and stuff. And I can tell that Oscar realizes that this little kitten can't do that yet. He's just way too small to be wrestling and doing all the things that, Oscar does with Lightning. Which is why when Lightning does show up, I put away the food and the water and put little Poppy in the tent away from Lightning so that they don't interact with each other because of the, Lightning being feline leukemia positive. And I can't do the vaccine for Poppy yet. That's one of the things I was talking to that vet about today, is when is the proper time to give that vaccine so that I'm not overloading this kitten with, vaccine after vaccine, all this too much stuff. So, so for a while, a good while, actually, quite a while, I'm going to have to keep them separated. There's just no getting around that. But I do let Lightning in so that he and Oscar can wrestle with each other and play, which they've done a couple of times, but there's been a couple of times that Lightning's come in and Oscar didn't even seem that interested in doing it, which surprised me. I was like, You know, I let him in so y'all could play and wrestle with each other. What are you doing? You know, it's like I'm trying to keep a good balance with things because I don't want Lightning to feel like he's being shut out, you know, and being pushed away because he's not. It's just that, you know, in a year's time, over a year's time, he's had plenty of time to become an indoor cat if he wanted to, but he just does not want that. And, you know, he just will not stop spraying no matter what. And I literally have to watch every move he makes when he's in here. And especially now, it's even worse now because now that Poppy's in here, he wants to go and start spraying on the tent and everywhere because, you know, there's a new cat in town. So, you know, I have to stop him immediately from doing that. And so it's a big challenge, and it's going to be a challenge for a little while until little Poppy can get, you know, his vaccine and can be around Lightning, you know, normally. But, you know, right now I've got to protect this kitten as much as I can and, you know, try to keep him from being exposed to something that could be, you know, very deadly. And the only reason that Oscar's around Lightning is because he, you know, I got him tested a year, you know, last year. He was negative, and then I got the vaccines and then waited that time period that you have to wait after they're vaccinated before they can actually interact with positive cats. So it's a lot, man. I'm telling you. Even that vet today that was trying to explain all this stuff to me, I mean, it was just like, oh my God. It was like complicated listening to her saying, yeah, well, you need to do this at this time, and then you need to wait for this and this, and then you could do it this way or this way, but then you really should probably do it this way. And I'm like, oh my God. It's like, oh Lord. I never dreamed it'd be this hard. I mean, it's crazy, but anyway, so that's basically what my day was like. I did order myself some fish and chips today. I don't know why. I was craving it again, and it's I don't know. It's been a little while since I had some, but I was wanting some today, and I thought, okay, I'm just gonna go ahead and order me some and enjoy it. And I did. I enjoyed every single bite. It was so good because I'm telling you, they give you these really big, thick pieces of fish, and it's white meat, which that's the only fish that I really care for is the white meat fish because I've never been a big fish eater, but the white fish is good. To me, it doesn't have a fishy taste to it, and it doesn't smell that fishy to me either. So, so yeah, I was really wanting that and I enjoyed it, but that's been hours ago and now I'm starting to get really hungry. And I'm trying to decide on do I want a bowl of cereal, which is usually what I end up eating in the evening, or do I want to fix my little spinach and cheese dip stuff that I've got in the refrigerator with Ritz crackers. They both sound really good. It's kind of one of those days where it's like, I don't really know what I'm in the mood for, but I'm hungry. My stomach is growling. So I know I need to eat something. And I'm not sure if I'm going to be able to tonight, but I'm hoping to try to make an ASMR video because it's been a few days now since I made one, and I'm trying to get back in the swing of things with that channel and making videos again. And so I've got one in mind that I was going to try and make tonight. But unfortunately, I mean, it's Saturday night, and this is the night that Linda does her flavorings live stream. And they're always the fun live streams because they're longer than the usual ones. I mean, during the week, she does live streams sometimes, but they're usually pretty short. It's just kind of a, hey, how's it going, whatever. But on Saturdays, they're her long ones where, you know, she fixes herself a drink, you know, like, and that's why she calls her flavorings, you know. So she has an adult beverage while she's doing her live stream, and, you know, we talk about all kinds of stuff and laugh, and it's just a really fun stream on Saturdays. So I do want to see that. So I'm like, well, there goes that gate. I should have just called my channel The Gate. Because I swear, in like what, 98% of my videos, you hear that gate in there. It's like, I still haven't gone out there to oil it yet. I keep thinking that I'm going to do that, and I haven't done it yet. But I've got some similar to WD-40. It's the same type of stuff that I've got. That I really should go out there and try to oil that thing and see if it makes it not so loud. Because that thing is just obnoxious. And what's really bad is that there are times when, for some reason, I don't think it's the landlady that's out really late. I think she lets her son use her car or something to go somewhere. And so there's been times where I'm already in bed asleep and I'm suddenly rudely awakened by this loud, obnoxious gate being opened up because he's bringing the car back at like all hours. Like, oh, because it's right outside my window. I mean, literally right outside the window here. So it's like there's just no escaping that loud gate. I mean, I'm glad that we have it. It's nice, it makes you feel a little more, protected or whatever. But anyway, but yeah, that's about all I've got to talk about for today. There's just nothing much going on other than, my usual following the kitten around and, watching to see if Oscar's playing with him and stuff like that, which right now he's kind of hiding out under my little thing that I cook on. He's on the floor. He's not under a cooker or anything. The cooker's put away. It's just the table thing that I set it on. He's kind of chilling out under there. I don't see anything. I don't know what he's looking at. Looks like he's like stalking something, but I see nothing. But who knows? Maybe he sees Biscuit's spirit around here or something. I have no idea. Because that's always possible. Who knows? But yeah, he's a hit as far as I'm concerned. He's definitely a wonderful little cat, and I really think it was a gift sent to me that I even got him. I can't even believe that things lined up the way they did for me to get this little guy, and that he is as lovable as he is. Oh, there's Oscar. Because he loves to be held. Like earlier today, I was sitting there watching a YouTube video, and he was meowing at me to come up, so I picked him up and held him, and he just slept and slept and slept just in my arms, and it was so precious, absolutely precious. And of course, right now, he doesn't weigh anything, because he's so little, but if he continues to do this as he gets older, which I won't mind either, I will still love it if he wants to be held. It's going to be a lot harder to hold him once he's a big cat because he'll weigh a lot more. But I'm surprised, though, he is not that big of an eater. I mean, he eats, but I've seen, I've had kittens in the past where all they want to do is just eat and eat and eat all the time. But he eats what he wants, and then he goes and plays, and then he'll come back and have a couple more bites, and then he'll go play, and, but he doesn't just sit there and gorge himself like a lot of cats will do. So that's good that he seems to, not want to just constantly be eating all the time, which is helpful in many ways. It's good for him not to do that, and it's good for my wallet because, it can get quite expensive if you're having to constantly buy cat food because it's being eaten up really fast. So anyway, I'm just glad that things have been going as well as they have, and I'm hoping that it continues and that life is starting to feel kind of normal again. I mean, it's still weird sometimes when I think about Biscuit, not being here. It's like, it's just so bizarre because literally a month ago right now, Biscuit was perfectly normal. Everything was normal. No signs that anything was going to happen. I just never would have dreamed a month ago that this would be my situation right now. So it's a little weird sometimes when I think about it, you know. But, and I'm sorry I say, you know, all the time. It's a really bad habit, but I just don't know how to stop myself because I don't really notice it that much. And the only reason I'm even pointing it out now is because I've noticed in my videos when I go back to like edit or replay them to make sure everything recorded properly. I know I say it all the time, but it's a habit and one that I really don't think I can break very easily. So I'm sorry. But yeah, it's weird. It's a weird thing when I think about, you know, him. I just did it again. When I think about him being gone, but then I look at little Poppy and I just think, you know, it's a gift. I might as well just accept that I'm going to keep saying that. And there's just no getting around it, y'all. I'm sorry. Um, excuse me. I really do think that it's possible that Biscuit somehow led me to Poppy, especially because there's so many things about him that is exactly what I was hoping for if I got another cat. And he fits the bill. I mean, he really, really does in so many ways. And I'm just so thrilled that he and Oscar are starting to accept each other. And I know I keep saying that, but it's just so amazing to me, especially with their age difference. Because, I mean, Oscar is going to be 8 years old this year. And so we've got an 8-year-old and a 2-month-old that are already getting along and playing with each other. And Oscar's been very good with him. He hasn't gotten aggressive with him. He hasn't, you know, tried to be too rough with him or anything. And I'm really happy about that because Oscar's such a good cat. He really is. And I just hope that everything's going to be okay with him because I can't help but worry. I mean, I had no reason to think that anything was wrong with Biscuit. And suddenly it was like, boom, there it was. So I'm always watching and I'm like really paying attention to him a lot right now, checking everything, you know, is he eating? Which, you know, his eating habits are not as good as I would like, honestly. It's like I got out my can of wet food today, a brand new one. Usually he's not real big on eating the wet food that's been refrigerated, but if you open up a brand new can with the fresh stuff in it, he usually will gobble that up. He didn't have any interest in it today, and that was like making me really paranoid. And I thought, "Oh my God, why aren't you eating this food?" But then he was eating his treat food, you know, the food I put in his treat toy that he loves. So he was eating that, which made me feel better, but I'm still like, why didn't he want that wet food? You know, since it was fresh. That just was a little odd to me, but all I can do is just every day, just, you know, hope for the best and just trust that they're going to all be okay and they'll all be fine. And whatever is going to happen is going to happen. And there's nothing I can do except for what I'm doing right now, which is trying my best to take the best care of them as I can, do the best I can for them, give them the most love and everything that's I can possibly give to them to give them a good life and hope that they get to have a good long life. And that's about all I can do. So anyway, well, I guess I should probably stop rambling. It's been almost 20 minutes. And I know that, you know, on the weekends, I don't really think a lot of people really pay much attention to videos that much. People have other things they want to do with their time. So I don't even know if anybody's going to watch this video. But if you are here, thank you. Thank you for being here and for watching. And I didn't even bother try. Well, I tried to plug in my cat lamp over there. That power strip is just crap. It has got to just be thrown out. I need to get a brand new one because none of the little things that you can plug it into, none of them worked tonight. I just said, oh well. I wanted my little cat lamp on, but I didn't get to put it on this time. So anyway, have a wonderful weekend, everybody, and I will definitely come back tomorrow with another video of some sort. So I hope you'll come back and listen, and I will talk to you then. Bye, everybody.